Call Me Mr. is in its fourth year. We currently have four cohorts. Well, yeah, four cohorts of young men. So we're up to 20 young men in the Call Me Mr. program, and all of them are studying elementary education, kindergarten through sixth grade. So they're all seeking to become teachers in elementary schools in the state of Mississippi. This semester we're celebrating one of our greatest successes. Our very first Mr. is entering into student teaching. So that means coming up next fall, he'll be in the classroom teaching our children in the state of Mississippi. We also have a number of Misters from cohort 1 and 2 who are approaching their final stages of graduating. So they'll be entering into student teaching and completing their program within the next year. So we're very excited. We put in years of work and effort, and now we're starting to see the fruits of our labor begin to pay off. We've partnered with Clemson Alumni chapter. We refer to it as Tigers United. What Tigers United really is a partnership between Clemson Alumni and MLI, the Mississippi Learning Institute, so we can just help provide additional support to the young men in the Call Me Mr. program. When we talk, we have different events together, and today is one of those events. The last one, the one that we had prior to this, we went out to Pecan Park Middle School, and we helped out with their playground. I mean, we actually rolled our sleeves up, the alumni from Clemson and our Misters, and we worked on decorating their playground and helping them start a garden out there at the school. And today we're here for just professional development. So the Clemson alumni have gathered people together to come in and speak to our young men and give them advice about grad school and legal issues, and also bring in people to help along with praxis development, which is the licensure exam that all teachers in Mississippi must pass in order to become certified.
We moved down from Oxford, Mississippi in 2013, and they were just starting the Mississippi Clemson Club. And I was on campus here visiting with a history professor, Robbie Luckett, and I saw the Call Me Mr. magazine at the coffee shop. And when I was at Clemson, my junior year was the year Call Me Mr. was founded, and I worked in the office across the hall from the guy who founded it, a guy named Jeff Davis, who played middle linebacker on the national championship team. And so I said, man, we really need to do something with our Clemson club and the Misters program here at Jackson State. And so I talked with our president. He was very supportive of that. We talked with Stuart, who was at the Alumni Association, and we said, okay, I'm going to reach out to some of the faculty at Jackson State. And we got in touch with Amy Burksbury and Dr. Tony Latiker, and just met and said, hey, we're here. What can we do? We can apply for some grant funding to help these Misters, because teaching is tough, and going through college with this kind of program and the rigor of it can be very difficult. And so we want to help do everything we can from the Clemson side of things, just living in Jackson, be a benefit in any way that we can to the Misters. So today's event is a part of our three-pronged grant proposal. We got a grant from the Clemson Alumni Association for this event. We've already done 2 events. The first event was a fellowship event to get all the Misters together and all of our alumni together to eat barbecue and watch football. So we did that the fall of 2014, the Clemson-Boston College game at an alumni's home. The second event was a work day, and we worked at elementary school in Jackson, Pecan Park Elementary School, putting in an organic garden for the students. We worked with the food corps, we worked with the administration there, and we got all of our alums to come out. We put in a garden, we painted, we fixed up the area, and we did that together. The third thing that we're doing is a professional development conference. This is something, in talking with Tony and Amy and some of the Misters, that they wanted, just alumni folks that are coming in that have different career paths in engineering and insurance and law and education, to come in and just share some things with the Misters that have brought us success in our careers. And also it was determined that if we could find someone locally to come help with practice best practices. So we've hired a specialist, Dr. Williams, who's going to come in and meet with the misters and talk with them about how to study for the praxis, which is the exam they have to take for certification. And so that's kind of what we're doing today. And we have some of our alums, we have folks from Clemson, folks from Jackson State, and the misters will be here. We've been featured in the Clemson Alumni magazine, which goes to all of our alums around the world. We've been featured in Jackson State, did a great story on us. Probably the biggest success, I would say, is there's no other program like this in the country. We was talking to Stuart, who directs all the alumni clubs, Clemson alumni clubs in the country. There's no club that has partnered with another university. There's no club that's partnered with an education program that's connected to Clemson. And so we're very unique here in Jackson, and also just the element of Jacksonians coming together to support one another, I think is probably one of the biggest things that we wanted to do, was serve Jackson in some way and be a part of what's happening in the life of Jackson. And so this is, I think, one of the biggest successes of
I feel that my experiences will help the students here see what can be done with their education and how they can go about being successful at jobs. A number of the alumni from Clemson would come together and watch the football game, and then we decided to get active and help some of the local universities and interact with some of the students, help them out as best we could. We've done one project where we helped renovate a elementary school playground and facilities, and so with some of the students from Jackson State University and our alumni, we came together on a Saturday and worked to improve a particular elementary school here in Jackson. So that was, to me, the first successful activity that we've had. And this is, I believe, the second activity that we're doing now. I understand that we'll have students here, and I'm hoping to be able to explain to them some of my experiences on finding a job and what it takes to be successful at jobs.